What if I told you the man that's widely considered the greatest head coach of all NFL history didn't get into the Hall of Fame on the first try? The head coach behind one of the most dominant dynasties in NFL history. You've probably already seen it by now, but Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Fame head coach, at least according to the voters, because the rest of the NFL and fans are livid about the fact that he wasn't voted first ballot Hall of Fame head coach.
Not a good enough resume, I guess. There is a report from Seth Wickersham and Don Van Natta at ESPN that cites some sourcing believing that Spygate and Deflategate and the punishments around those cheating scandals with the Patriots have made some of the Hall of Fame voters on the coaches committee believe that Bill Belichick should, quote, have to wait a year, and that it was Bill Polian, a close friend of Robert Kraft, who was leading that charge. There's been a lot of reporting that Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick and their rivalry, they've both been campaigning to get into Canton, and it seems like maybe Robert Kraft is winning behind the scenes there because Bill Belichick, not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Big yikes. It's just, it's ridiculous.
It's flat out ridiculous.
It's embarrassing.
It definitely is. Because are you going to make Brady wait because he was a part of it? Are you going to make Gronk wait because he was a part? Like, no, you're not. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is.
It's ego.
That's all it is.
I think it's not only ego, but at the end of the day, it's embarrassing for the NFL, too. Like, he is honestly, behind Vince Lombardi, he's the best head coach to ever walk the sidelines, and you're making him wait. Like, it's an embarrassment.
This is probably the first time we've seen the entire nation agree on something in the past 10, 15 years, maybe even the past 10 months. Make sure to stick with me to the end as we dive into this issue. Who is Bill Belichick? Obviously, he's an NFL head coach, but that is not it. He is the head coach of the NFL. Belichick is best known for being the head coach of the New England Patriots for over 20 years, most famously alongside the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady. Let me know in the comments if you were a big fan of the Patriots or a big fan of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady growing up as a kid. So here's why people are so shocked by this breaking news. Belichick has won 6 Super Bowls as a head coach and 2 more as a defensive coordinator for the New York Giants. That means he's won 8 Super Bowls as a coach, which is the most of all NFL history. Not only that, but he also has 300 career wins as a head coach, the most of all time. And the resume keeps going. He has the most Super Bowl wins as a general manager, most Super Bowl appearances as a head coach, most Super Bowl appearances all time, most playoff wins as a head coach. I mean, the list keeps going on and on. So the fact that he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer is just straight up unbelievable.
It's embarrassing. If I were a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame voting body, I'd be embarrassed about it.
Now, in case you're new, here's a quick breakdown of what the Hall of Fame is. The Pro Football Hall of Fame for the NFL honors players, coaches, and contributors whose careers permanently changed the game. Getting into the Hall of Fame for the NFL means you're remembered as one of the greatest of all time. So looking at Bill Belichick's resume, he's assuring to be in the Hall of Fame as a head coach. So then why isn't he voted in as a first ballot Hall of Famer? Why did he not get voted in the Hall of Fame? When the votes were revealed, Belichick fell short of the required number of votes that he needed to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. This means that voters looked at this massive career of Belichick and said, nah, not yet. The reaction was instant shock and disbelief. NFL players are calling it insane. Fans are saying that the Hall of Fame has lost all credibility. Let me know your first initial thoughts in the comments when you saw this news.
Why should the votes be released? What are you going to do? Because you shouldn't have a vote. If you have Bill Belichick not making the NFL, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, you should not have a vote for the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
But this is where the story gets really complicated, because some news started breaking out that voters were pointing to the scandals that were during Belichick's career, such as Deflategate and Spygate. Spygate involved the Patriots filming opponents illegally, and Deflategate involved footballs being underinflated during a playoff game. That's just a quick explanation of what those things are. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video on what each of those scandals are. But these scandals didn't erase what Belichick and the Patriots accomplished. However, according to reports, it left a stain in some voters' eyes, who believe that the Hall of Fame should represent integrity as much as winning. So the debate really becomes philosophical. Do you judge greatness purely based on results, or on how you win, and past controversies just matter? Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Why did it make you so upset that they left Bill Belichick off the first ballot Hall of Fame?
Well, first of all, I think this tarnishes everything in the Hall of Fame. All of the inductees, everybody in the Hall of Fame, just because of 10 or 11 or 12 ignorant, jealous, assholes who did not vote for him. I think it tarnishes everything about the Hall of Fame.
But the reality is, this isn't just about Bill Belichick. If someone with this resume isn't considered a first ballot Hall of Famer, it raises a massive question. If not Belichick, then who? Some analysts have even come out and said if Bill Belichick isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, then nobody is. The vote challenges how future legends, players, coaches, even stars like Tom Brady might be judged when it comes to being a first ballot Hall of Famer. But let's be clear about Bill Belichick. He will most certainly be a Hall of Famer, but this moment is always going to follow him. Instead of being a unanimous legend, his story now includes debate, and that changes how history remembers things. Sometimes the biggest moments aren't about what happens on the field, but how institutions decide to tell a story afterwards. So now I'll ask you guys, did this vote protect the integrity of the Hall of Fame, or did it expose just how flawed it is? Guys, drop your comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are, and make sure to subscribe for more NFL and football content.